Every civilization hides its most dangerous ideas in plain sight. Not because they are forbidden, but because they are misunderstood. The secret of secrets revolves around a single unsettling question. What if the knowledge humanity fears most is the knowledge that defines it? The Secret of Secrets was written by Dan Brown and published in 2020. Brown is one of the most commercially successful authors of the modern era, best known for blending historical mysteries, symbolism, religion, science, and conspiracy into force-paced intellectual thrillers. His novels consistently explore the tension between faith and reason, secrecy and revelation, authority and individual understanding. This book continues that tradition, but with a noticeably darker philosophical edge. At its core, The Secret of Secrets explores the idea that humanity has always preserved certain forms of knowledge while simultaneously hiding them. Ancient texts, secret societies, encrypted manuscripts, and symbolic languages are not treated as relics of superstition, but as deliberate systems of compression. Ways to store ideas too powerful, destabilizing, or transformative to be handed over freely. The story unfolds through a familiar Dan Brown structure, a brilliant mind, a looming discovery, and institutions willing to destroy rather than allow certain truths to surface. But unlike earlier works, the focus here is less on religious institutions alone and more on the nature of consciousness, intelligence, and control of information in the modern age. As the narrative progresses, the book constantly shifts perspective between ancient knowledge and contemporary science. What once appeared mystical begins to resemble early models of cognition. Symbols stop being metaphors and start functioning as interfaces. Secrets are no longer just hidden facts, but frameworks that shape how humans think, believe, and obey. The central tension of the novel is not whether a secret exists, but whether humanity is prepared for it. Brown repeatedly returns to a psychological paradox. People claim to want truth, but consistently reject it when it threatens identity, hierarchy, or meaning. Knowledge in this sense becomes dangerous not because it is false, but because it is destabilizing. A recurring theme in The Secret of Secrets is that power no longer resides solely in weapons, wealth, or political authority, but in narrative control. Whoever defines meaning controls behavior. Whoever controls symbols controls belief. This idea echoes through history, from ancient priesthoods to modern algorithms. The tools change, but the mechanism remains the same. The book also questions whether secrecy is inherently immoral. Are secrets always tools of oppression, or can they serve as protection? Brown presents secrecy as a double-edged construct. On one hand, it limits access and preserves hierarchy. On the other, it prevents misuse by minds not yet equipped to handle certain ideas responsibly. This moral ambiguity drives much of the novel's conflict. As the story accelerates, the reader is pulled into a race between revelation and suppression. Institutions scramble to maintain stability. Individuals grapple with the cost of truth. And the line between enlightenment and chaos becomes increasingly thin. Brown does not present knowledge as salvation. He presents it as responsibility. What elevates The Secret of Secrets beyond a conventional thriller is its philosophical undertone. The book implicitly asks whether humanity evolves linearly or cyclically, whether we rediscover the same truths under new names, whether modern science is uncovering realities ancient cultures already understood symbolically, but lacked language to formalize. The final act of the novel reframes the entire journey. The secret is not a single fact or revelation, but a pattern, a realization about human perception itself, about how meaning is constructed, about why myths persist even in technological societies, and about why some truths are always resisted first, then mythologized later. The ending is deliberately unsettling. It does not resolve the tension between secrecy and openness. Instead, it leaves the reader with a burden. If knowledge changes who we are, then ignorance is not innocence but choice. And every society must decide how much truth it is willing to survive. If this breakdown made you question how knowledge is preserved, hidden, or weaponized, then this channel is built for you. Like the video if you found value in this analysis. Subscribe for long-form explorations of best-selling books and dangerous ideas. And continue to the next video, where another global bestseller reveals the hidden structure beneath its story.